The Arizona Republican Party is in disarray after GOP House Speaker Rusty Bowers publicly testified about Donald Trump's coup attempt before the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack. State GOP Chairwoman Kelli Ward spoke out publicly over Bowers' testimony. Let's first watch Bowers' testimony recalling a call with Trump prior to the insurrection.
Did you ever receive from him that evidence either during the call, after the call, or to this day?
Never.
What was the ask during this call? He was making these allegations of fraud, but he had something or a couple things that they wanted you to do. What were those?
The ones I remember were first that we would hold, that I would allow an official committee at the Capitol so that they could hear this evidence and that we could take action thereafter. And I refused. I said, up to that time, the circus, I called it a circus, had been brewing with lots of demonstrations, both at the counting center, at the Capitol, and other places. And I didn't want to have that in the House. I did not feel that the evidence, granted in its absence, merited a hearing, and I didn't want to be used as a pawn. If there was some other need that the committee hearing would fulfill. So that was the first ask, that we hold an official committee hearing.
And what was his second ask?
I said, to what end? To what end the hearing? He said, well, we have heard by an official high up in the Republican legislature that there is a legal theory or a legal ability in Arizona that you can remove the electors of President Biden and replace them. And we would like to have the legitimate opportunity through the committee to come to that end and remove that. And I said, that's something that's totally new to me. I've never heard of any such thing. And he pressed that point. And I said, look, you are asking me to do something that is counter to my oath when I swore to the Constitution to uphold it. And I also swore to the Constitution and the laws of the state of Arizona. And this is totally foreign as an idea or a theory to me. And I would never do anything of such magnitude without deep consultation with qualified attorneys. And I said, I've got some good attorneys, and I'm going to give you their names. But you are asking me to do something against my oath, and I will not break my oath.
Chairwoman Ward is backing former State Senator David Farnsworth, who was one of 29 legislators who urged Mike Pence to accept their phony slate of electors instead of House Speaker Bowers. In a tweet following his testimony, she suggested Bowers may have been bribed into not overturning the election. This guy has no idea what happened in Arizona's 2020 election because he covered his eyes, plugged his ears, probably opened his wallet, and let election fraud happen on his watch, she wrote. The House Select Committee will hold their first public hearing today before resuming hearings in July. The witnesses called today could be taking note of the backlash Rusty Bowers received following his appearance earlier this week. Make sure to watch the hearings, and thank you for tuning in to Raw Story TV. Please be sure to check out the headlines at rawstory.com, stay informed, and tap below to take action by liking, subscribing, and joining all those who like their news raw.